has to be, like you kind of mentioned in there, but there's got to be a chemistry, right? So there's one thing to just kind of join two forces, and there's another that you guys recognize you're going to be living in the same business space, in the same business house, and you decided that after all the brokers and people that you had met with, because you're smart about what you do, you could have gone anywhere, you decided to be here. What was the chemistry? I know, Gaurav, I had actually asked you, and you said, hey, Chris and I just really clicked. That was something you had originally said. So if you want to elaborate on like why this is a good fit for what's going on here on maybe your perspective.
Absolutely. First of all, welcome to the family.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Maybe one of these too? Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
I'm learning this from him. When I met Chris, the idea was just to have an understanding of what he was planning to do in the future. I made a big move with my team about a year and a half ago. And I had all my reasonings why I had done that. I was an owner of a company, and he's an owner of the company. There's a large team. We have a large team. We had a lot of things similar to each other. So we brainstormed some of the ideas, what we were thinking from our perspective. And I think the team environment and the culture matters a lot. So when we were talking, the first thing we always talked about is why did we do this not for ourselves but for our teams? And that's where the first click happened. And the mindset was, he thinks the same way that I do. It's not only about me or myself. It's about everybody around us who we surround ourselves. So once you have that concept together, then you start expanding on what else. Because you always have to find something common. And that's, I think, what mattered with him was, it's not the name, it's not the ego, it's not the Chris Somers name for himself, it's a Somers team. Same thing was the condo shop.
That's true.
And when I met a few of his key people in his team as well, and one thing was very interesting. When I met Chris for the first time, he talked about, from his perspective, he was listening a lot on what he wanted to do, what was being offered as Keller Williams was offering to the company. And the very next moment he said, I'm going to bring 3 or 4 key people of my team, and we're going to have a very candid conversation. And as a businessman, I asked him, would you like me to refrain from saying anything that is not appropriate? He said, say everything you say to me behind a closed door. Well, that's a man of integrity. Mm-hmm. And things like that expands when you're working with somebody. And then you not only want to have them in your life as working partners, but as working agents, but as a partner. You want to see how and where this partnership can go in the future. So Chris coming over, it wasn't a team coming over. There's a leader, an entrepreneur coming with the same value that he had in his previous ventures, coming in and now growing the expansion of how Keller Williams Philadelphia sees its vision in 2019 and beyond. So that's how I felt very comfortable with him, meeting him. And it happened too fast. And I think good things happen fast. Mm-hmm. There's no reason to wait when you feel there is a meeting of the minds. And that's what happened between us.